You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodriguez for our Black and White Sports. Well, we have been covering the Jon Gruden saga at length on this channel. And you know, on this channel, we like to say hashtag justice for Chucky because we feel like Jon Gruden had been targeted by the NFL in some way in the midst of a WFT, or in this case, WTF, investigation into Dan Snyder, which, by the way, that sorry sumbitch is still involved with the Redskins. Yeah, I said Redskins. Sure did. And we've heard that a lot of Gruden's players, when it came out that he was forced to resign, they went over to his house to tell him how much they appreciated him, how much they cared about him. And Derek Carr was one of those teammates we thought. Well, we know for sure Derek Carr yesterday came right out and said it, and he hopes, instead of Jon Gruden being permanently canceled, and we don't agree with cancel culture, and that's our other big problem, is they went back in time to grab Gruden over how many emails? Maybe 2, maybe 3, where he said some comments that could have been construed as maybe offensive, maybe not offensive. People can't even get together on that. And instead, they forced him to resign. And we don't agree with that kind of logic. We don't agree with any kind of cancel culture part of society on this channel. And we feel like that Jon Gruden will be back in some way. As a coach, probably not. The NFL's too damn woke. But I got to thinking, let's tie this into if somebody wants him to come back and call games, okay? Even college games. Number one, I look for and expect it will probably end up being Fox Sports that brings Jon Gruden back, because some of the old pre-woke ESPN folks are the ones that are running Fox Sports right now, okay? And that's why you see a lot of former ESPN talent over at Fox Sports. And I thought to myself, so if you turn on an Ohio State-Michigan game, and Jon Gruden is the analyst on that game, how many of you are really going to be like, oh, no, Jon Gruden? No, click. They're not going to lose a bit of ratings. Not a bit of ratings if Jon Gruden is an analyst on a football team. Why? Because whether people like it or not, whether they want to hear it or not, Jon Gruden is likable. He's a likable dude. And that's why he was always so highly sought after. Networks chased him, and that is why ESPN's Monday Night Football has been in an utter mess ever since Gruden's been gone. Raiders quarterback Derek Carr saw the pain in Jon Gruden's eyes. Hopefully, people will forgive him. Jon Gruden hurt a lot of people. Did he? After leaked emails portrayed him using racist, sexist, and homophobic language. But Gruden's former quarterback and current neighbor, Derek Carr, hopes the disgraced coach can be forgiven. During Sunday's NFL pregame show on Fox, the network aired an interview between Derek Carr and his former teammate, Charles Woodson, where the two discussed Gruden's downfall. Charles Woodson played for Jon Gruden, if I remember correctly. Quote, "That's right. It was emotional for me," Carr said, explaining that after the news broke of Gruden's resignation, he walked next door to his ex-coach and offered him support. Quote, "I feel bad for everybody involved," Carr continued to Woodson. "I didn't say those things, so it wasn't me, but I still feel the pain because I love that man so much. At some point, hopefully, people forgive him. And I don't know at what capacity that is, just so he can live life," the quarterback said. "I've seen the pain in his eyes and in his heart that it caused, so hopefully one day people can at least accept him. Hey, you're not perfect, neither am I, but hey, we love you." Carr has joined a number of Gruden's former players in supporting the tarnished football coach. While Carr may have had a unique relationship with the former head coach, hoping the public will consider Gruden's pain is wishful thinking. Really? We'll see. Gruden has been widely reproached after his offensive language was leaked from more than 650,000 Washington football team emails during an investigation on the organization's alleged toxic workplace culture. Gruden briefly spoke to Real Sports producer Maggie Burbank and claimed the truth will come out. So, again, I think Gruden makes some kind of a comeback in some kind of capacity. We talked about this the other day. At one time, society was very forgiving of this sort of thing. 80s, 90s. Before that, there were scandals, and people would come back. They'd make a comeback. In fact, at one time, America was all about a great comeback story. We loved it. Society loved it. John Gruden might be one of those great comeback stories at one point. It's all going to depend on whether networks are willing to weather the woke backlash they're going to get if they bring John Gruden in. It's everything. Social media is going to blow up for a week during his broadcast. Twitter's going to explode. And nobody that actually watches college football or the NFL is going to turn off the TV. Nobody's going to turn it off. I just hope, and he probably will, because some agent will tell him, look, you will never come back if you don't. I hope, and I wish he wouldn't do one of these on bended knee interviews. Look, you had Tony Dungy, you had Mike Tirico both come out and say, this man's not a racist. So just go on camera and say, you know what, I'm not a racist. Hate that for you, blah, blah, blah. And somebody will probably hire you at some point. I don't know. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. If you turn on a TV and John Gruden's on it, are you going to be full of outrage? Are you going to turn your TV off? Because John Gruden is the analyst, the football analyst for a football game, and we already know he's one of the best in the business. Nobody that's subbed to this channel is going to turn that TV off. Nobody. If you're watching. Oh, that's funny. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. Derek Carr, it's good to see somebody in the public go out there and blatantly co-sign Gruden and say, look, he needs to be forgiven, blah, blah, blah. Everybody makes mistakes. And that's what all this was about. Gruden should be able to say, look, my bad, move on with life. Boom, back to work somewhere. Okay? Man, social media, mainly Twitter, has really, really jacked up our society and the way things are viewed and the way that people, you can tell there's a sort of element on Twitter that can't wait to try to ruin people's lives. Y'all are a miserable bunch. Peace, I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.